Uno, and
Itchy! 2!
dos, te.
Me!
Good day, everyone. I'm Rolly Lindaan. So what does language mean in mathematics? Mathematical language is a system used by mathematicians to communicate math concepts to one another. It differs from natural languages in that it seeks to communicate abstract, logical ideas with accuracy and clarity. What is the example of mathematical language? So here are the examples. What are the language of mathematics characteristics? That language of mathematics has characteristics that make it simple to express the types of thoughts that mathematicians enjoy expressing. Able to make very fine, able to say things briefly, able to express complex thoughts with relative ease. A mathematical symbol is a representation or a group of figures used to present a mathematical component, a mathematical action, a mathematical relation, or to structure the other symbols in a formula. Here are some basic mathematical symbols, names, and meanings. Syntax is the branch of mathematics that deals with symbols and the rules that govern their manipulation. Variables and symbols are the syntax associated with groups. Syntax, it turns out, gives us a way of asking questions or talking about an object. So that's all. Thank you.
So ito ang makikita natin sa problem and solving. So a number, it represent a variable like n. Kung ayaw nyo ng n, pwede nyo siya x. Sum, plus, less than, minus. Diminish, minus. Increase is plus, is equal. More than, plus, times, we use open and close parentheses. So find the products. So number 1, the sum of 2 and the number. So the first we write is 2 and then plus and then a number. So we write x because there's no specific number. So number plus 2. So number 2, 4 more than a number. So the first we write is a number plus 4. So number 3, 8 increased by a number cube. So the first we write is 8 and then increase, that is plus a number of 3. So number 4, a less than a number. So less than is, the first we write is a number and minus 9. So the 5 is, number 5, the product of 4 and the square of a number. So the first we write there is 4 and then a number and the square root of 2. And the number, the quotient of 10 and the difference of a number and 5. So the first we write is 10 and then a number and then a product of 5. So number 6, number 7, the sum of twice a number and 2. So the first word there is 2 times. So 2 times plus 2. Number 8, the product of sum of a number and 6 and the difference of a number and 6. So number plus 6 and number times a number plus 6 and number minus 6.
Good day everyone, I am Mylene Bindigo and today I will going to discuss writing mathematical language as an expression or a sentence. In mathematics, an expression or mathematical expression is a finite combination of symbols that is well formed according to rule to depend in the context. It is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols used to represent a mathematical object of interest. An expression does not state a complete thought. It does not make sense to ask if an expression is true or false. The most common expression types are numbers, sets, and functions. Numbers have lots of different names. For example, the expression 5, 2 plus 3, 10 divided by 2, 6 minus 2 plus 1, and 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. It all looks different, but are all just different names for the same numbers. This simple idea that numbers have lot of different names is extremely important in mathematics. The basic syntax for entering mathematics formulas or expressions in the system enables you to quickly enter expression using 2D notation. The most common mistake is to forget parentheses. For example, the expression 1 over x plus 1 is different from 1 over x plus 1 without a parenthesis. It has a big difference. Let's say, for example, the use of expression ranges from the simple 8x minus 5 is linear polynomial. 7x squared plus 4x minus 10 is quadratic polynomial. And x minus 2 over x squared plus 12 is rational fraction. To the complex, 1 over 2 pi of the integral from O to 2 pi of d theta over a plus b times sine theta. For example, in the usual notation of arithmetic, the expression 1 plus 2 times 3 is well formed, but the following expression is not well formed.
Good day everyone, I am Maricar Diaz and now I'm going to discuss symbol commonly used in mathematics. Okay, the 10 digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, dapat alam nyo na yon. Operations, so we are using the operations for additions, subtractions, multiplications, divisions. And for set, we are using for intersection, union, subset, and superset. Variables, so variable is we can represent any letter but often use x and y. Special symbols. Special symbols is equal, less than, greater than, less than equal, greater than equal, at marami pang special symbols na ginagamit sa mathematics. So, logic symbol, like is the presented is not, and this one, conjunction. These conjunctions, we are represent A, F, and then, and F in only representation sa logic symbol. Set notation, so, capital letter N represent natin is natural numbers, W for the whole numbers, Z for integers, Q for rational numbers, R for real numbers, and C is for complex numbers. So, this is all for the representations of symbol commonly used in mathematics.
A mathematical convention is a fact, name, notation, or usage which is generally agreed upon by mathematicians. For instance, the fact that one evaluates multiplication before addition in the expression 2 plus 3 times 4 is merely conventional. There is nothing inherently significant about the order of operations. Mathematicians abide by conventions in order to allow other mathematicians to understand what they write without constantly having to redefine basic terms. Nearly all mathematical names and symbols are conventional. Unfortunately, some notational questions stubbornly refuse to develop conventional solutions, usually because two or more competing conventions achieve widespread usage. Proper use of conventions allows students and teachers to identify strength and points of error when disconstructing responses. A mathematical convention allows for effective communication.
Good day, I am Jenamy Bustamante. Perform operation on mathematical expression correctly. Order of expression is the hierarchy of mathematical. It is the set of rows that determine which operation should be done before or after others. So, before we use MDAS, that stands for division, addition, and subtraction, it was strange to use PEMDAS, which means parentheses, exponent, multiplication, and division, addition, and subtraction. But most scientific calculators follow BODMAS, that is, brackets, order, division, and multiplication, addition, and subtraction. The order of operation or BODMAS, PEMDAS, is merely a set of rows that prioritize the sequence of operations starting from the most important to the less important. Step 1. Do as much as you can to simplify everything inside the parentheses first. Step 2. Simplify every exponential number in the numerical expression. Step 3. Multiply and divide whichever comes first from left to right. And step 4. Add and subtract whichever comes first from left to right. Examples. Evaluate open parentheses 11 minus 5 close parentheses times 2 minus 3 plus 1. Remove the parentheses. First, 11 minus 5, that is 6. 6 times 2 minus 3 plus 1. Multiply 6 times 2, that is 12. So 12 minus 3 plus 1. Subtract 12 minus 3, that is 9. So 9 plus 1, add 9 plus 1, it becomes 10.